What in the heck are you doing over there?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
I'm watching MLMs.
You're watching what?
MLMs.
You're watching MLMs on your phone right now?
It's research.
How many have you seen?
A lot. A lot. I'm this close to buying it.
You can't
when
do
I
that.
get paid, I'm this
You're
close
going
to
to
buying a
diminish
ring.
the point. You're going to diminish the point of
It's
the episode.
good.
In 3, 2, 1.
I know you see.
Well, good morning, warriors. This is the Worship Warrior Podcast.
Slay.
The most transparent Christian podcast you are ever going to find. We're back.
In America.
We never left America, but we did have a power outage that put us back an episode.
Dude, that's so true. And that episode was a good episode.
And if you missed the power outage, here's exactly what happened right now.
That did not sound like the washer. That's what I was gonna say.
Yo.
Maybe like the light blew up or something. Does that sound like the washer?
You think so?
Maybe. Here, let's go check outside. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Oh, I don't think.
I don't know why I create so much work for myself.
No, I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm sure they saw it, but
Maybe they didn't. So that's what happened. We're back. And today we're doing another kind of deep dive episode over a controversial topic. I love these.
Controversial.
Controversial, however you say it. It's French.
Controversial.
Yes, exactly. We're very classy here at the Worship Warrior Podcast. And if you saw our Hell House episode, you know that we like to talk about stuff like that.
That was a good episode. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it.
You should check it out after this one. It's really good. Today's topic suits that well. It falls into the same realm of discussion. And of course, I'm talking about multi-level marketing, businesses. I put quotations on it if you're listening to it. Or MLMs, as they're known.
I forgot to make my graph.
Oh, dang it. Well, we'll have you make it in real time. How about that?
Okay.
When we get there.
Okay, when we get there.
Are you having trouble with your mic?
Yeah, it's fine.
I see what
you
you're.
see it?
I see that you're messing. There you go.
I didn't mess with it. It fell by itself, and then
Yeah.
I tried to fix it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You did a terrible job.
Whatever.
We switched mics. Hopefully this helps the problem we've been having the last few weeks. So far, so good. I think that mic suits you better for some reason. I gave you the thing, and people are clicking off because they are bored out of their minds listening to me talk about audio equipment. Okay.
It's interesting.
Anyway, yeah. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I think it's going to be a good episode. What do you think so far? Like just first impressions, and don't give too much away. Like, what do you, whenever you hear MLMs, what's your first reaction?
I love this topic. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about, to watch videos about. I love it. I'm so into it. I think we all know a person or have been a person who have fallen into the MLM.
Have fallen into this trap. It's essentially what we're going to get into. It's definitely a trap. And I know that you're super into this. Like, dude, like I'll literally be up, I'll be waking up, right? Yeah. Like it's 7 a.m. and I hear you in the bathroom getting ready. And then you just have a video playing of some kind of controversy.
A deep dive MLM video.
Deep dive MLM video.
It's so good.
Some new scam that's making the rounds.
Yeah,
and that's what they are, is what I would classify them as. Now that technically they're not legally defined that way, but we're going to get into what they're legally defined. But first, before we get too much into it,
what's up?
Any updates on life, or how's it going, man? Actually, there's a lot of updates on life, but I don't know if you can say that on the podcast just yet.
Maybe I have to contact my lawyer.
Maybe one day we'll be able to talk about what's going on in his life. But let's just tell you this. It's juicy. It's crazy. It's
fun, flirty, and fresh.
It's crazy, yeah. We will probably make a video about it at some point. Maybe after a couple of years when the whole thing's died down.
Yeah, but little summary, I might be leaving my school.
No.
And that's devastating because I love my kids. Okay, you're not supposed to say you have a favorite class, but this has been my favorite class ever to work with.
I know. You talk about them all the time. You say that they're super great kids, and I believe you. I've seen them a couple times. They don't really care for me. I had one kid the one time I went down there, and he just kind of looked at me like, what are you doing? And then like,
slowly backed
away is what he did. And I was like, well, I don't like you either, kid.
I love them. They're such sweet kids. But anyway, Michael, what's going on with your life?
None much.
You started a band?
Oh yeah, we have a new band project coming out.
Band?
We got I think I can say it now. I don't know if we're releasing the date yet. Are we? Should we break the news here?
Go ahead, break the news.
We're gonna break the news right here live for you guys. Mercy Lane, it's my new band. It's official. It's done with my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister. They're in the group. Anna's behind the scenes. She's running things on the social media. If you looked on our Facebook, it was probably a post made by her. And follow us on Mercy Lane at Instagram. What is it? What is the?
Follow us on Instagram at Mercy Lane
Music. Is that what it is?
.music.
Yeah. Catch up with all of our dates. And the big news we have is that, as she double checks that, is that on February 16th of this month, next month, February 16th, we're going to be doing our first ever live concert as a group. And you're all welcome to join us.
Horrible scream. Sorry,
It's okay. I'll edit it out.
Okay.
I'm going to cut you out completely. Okay. You don't know it yet, but and it's going to be great. I can say everybody can come because it's online. Yeah. So follow us to get the details on that, and you can be one of the first people in there watching
Tickets are $100.
Okay, don't tell them that's not true.
Tickets are $100, but if you want to make it to diamond level, it's going to be an extra $300.
And if you want to get into the concert selling business, build your team now, and you will be able to get into platinum.
Exactly.
No, it's free. It's a free concert. But that leads me into my next point, which is we are talking about multi-level marketing. We're talking about MLMs, and maybe you guys haven't heard about this. Maybe you're scratching your heads going, guys, get onto the point because we don't know what this is. Mm-hmm. We're not as into the culture of YouTube that has all this stuff and all these videos, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you have never heard of this before, so we're going to define it for you first. What is an MLM? And that's what we're going to be calling them for short. That's the abbreviation, but it is multi-level marketing business is what it is.
Yeah.
So what is it? I'm going to tell you.
Okay. I know. I was like, you have the definition written right there. Why are you looking at me?
I'm pulling up the definition. Okay, so here's the Oxford definition. This is what I pulled up.
From Oxford Dictionary?
Oxford, dude. Straight from Oxford, dude. And maybe we'll get Mr. Oxford on the podcast. So it's the practice of selling goods or services on behalf of a company in a system whereby participants receive commission on their sales as well as the sales of any participants they recruit. And then this is me adding more of the focus is often on recurring other people to join. That's just my antidote. Is focused on recruiting other people to join rather than the actual selling of the product. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a type of business. It's a little sketchy if you ask me. So what do you think just off that definition?
Well, this is where the sketch comes in, right?
Right.
It's not.
Like, why is that a bad thing?
It's not. The business isn't you selling products. The business is you convincing other people to buy into the business.
And that's the business.
It's
hidden.
Yeah.
It's basically a company that disguises its true intentions of, hey, we have a certain product. Let's say it's
It goes
it could be anything.
everything.
Honestly, it could be anything.
Makeup, health, vitamins, juices, clothes, leggings. We've seen it all, people. Pearls, jewelry, bath bombs.
Anything that you consume or that can be placed in the home could be false because it's not necessarily a product. It's a way of selling and distributing the service or product. It could also be in service-based businesses as well. Now, that you're probably thinking, well, that's just capitalism, right? But there's a fine difference between those, and we're going to dive into what those are. I do want to make a clarification. Now, this is not a pyramid scheme. Now, a lot of times, I thought it was. I did some research, and I was going to lump the two together, right? And we've all heard of pyramid schemes, I think. There's the triangle things that are banned pretty much. They're illegal.
Yeah.
They are illegal. So there's similarities and differences. I don't think they're too different. I feel like
I don't think they're too different at all.
I feel like they're technically different in the way of one is legal and one is not.
Exactly.
And that's the main difference.
I think MLMs are the workaround pyramid schemes.
They're the workaround. So I should that's what I meant.
That's how they got it legal.
You go up to somebody and they're like, well, this is not technically a pyramid scheme because this is
really
a legal practice business. We actually have the product, and that's the thing. Pyramid schemes got in trouble because they were never actually delivering the product or service. So people who then worked around it said, well, what if we just deliver the product?
A crappy product.
We can become liable, and actually here's an important distinction here. For an MLM to be compliant legally, this is according to the legal system in business, it must adhere to the 70% rule of at least 70% of goods and souls must be purchased by non-distributors. So that's how and I truly believe that they fudge those numbers. I don't think that they actually hit those goals.
Absolutely.
But they're savvy enough, the people up top at these kind of things, they're savvy enough to get the right accountants to make it seem like they're hitting their numbers, is my theory. And because the only way this thing works is by selling the product to the salesman, to the people that get into these kind of scams, to get us, the people that get
my mom
this pitch to, prime targets. And actually, which brings me to my next point of like the biggest targets are women and people in religious groups.
Yeah.
Which is why we're talking about this.
Which is why we're talking about it.
Why do you think women get targeted so much by this thing?
I don't think I know, Michael.
Wow. Then why are you on here?
I'm just kidding. I think, I don't actually, well, we kind of know, right?
Yeah.
I think it is because, especially women in religious groups, but mostly women in general, they get pitched this because they'll pitch it as, if you want more time with your kids, if you want more time for family, stay-at-home moms, we know you can't fully get a job, but if you sell this product to your friends, you can make enough money to where you can afford better food and better stuff for your kids, or you just have to host these parties and sell your stuff and all this stuff. And the prime target is women because they're the ones who are mostly more social than men, statistically. Right. They're the ones who have these loyal group of friends. They're the ones who are looking for a second income for their home, especially in these religious groups.
Especially if you're like a stay-at-home mom, right? That's kind of the thing.
But that doesn't take them away from their children most of the time.
Right. You can do it at the comfort of your couch. You can do it. A lot of them pitch this way. That's very, very true. It's very, very true. And it's clear that like, so yeah, that's why we're talking about it. Because it does bleed into Christianity. It's not just a business thing, because the primary targets, like so many religious people have come into this. That's why I think it's kind of like a disease that's infiltrated Christianity. Dang. I do believe that. I do. And the thing is, I do declare that this thing is taking over our children. Okay. And our women.
And our women.
And our dogs.
And our dogs.
Pretty soon it's going to... Anyway, so...
You're going to make an MLM joke.
Yeah, but I couldn't think of one.
You couldn't
so I'm going to move on. But it's... And I think it's always... The whole saying is like, you can't... you can't stop what you don't know. You can't fix what you don't know.
Yeah.
The solution to. So it's like nobody knows about these things, I feel like, or not many people do. And to be clear, like if like somebody who's like selling in this, because that's what it is. So like you won't ever see the people behind the curtain. The people you're going to see are going to be like your friends and family who are the ones selling you the product or trying to get you to join their team, their business.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're not the culprits, dude. They're just the victims in a sense. That's who they target, because those are the people buying the product, because a lot of these companies have a buy-in that you need to hit. So like in order to sell product, you for example, you might need to buy
the starter kit,
which can be like $500.
Well, yeah, but it can start small, right? It can be like a $30 starter kit.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go small. This is how they get you. A $30 starter kit.
Yeah.
You just have to sell it to your friends.
Yeah.
Da. Let's say you manage to sell the first one. You're like, okay, well now I can buy $150 worth of product.
Yeah.
Let's say you manage to sell that. Okay, well now I can sell $300 worth of product.
Yeah.
But then they're like, well, you can sell $300 worth of product, but if you want to unlock, let's say, copper level of the program, you have to spend $600 more dollars. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and now you have to go to this conference if you want to be diamond leveled, and it's going to be like $800 to go into this conference. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Well, now you have to get other people. If you want to, the real money, it happens if you recruit other people to join your team. So you should start doing that too.
Right. And there it is. And that's the pitch. And I had one plan, but that was perfectly hit. Like, you just nailed it. That's exactly what happens.
That's exactly what happens.
And it's so tricky because it's under the guise of like it's under the disguise of like certain words that are true. Like, for example, you say stuff like, hey, you got to spend money to make money. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I guess that's an old business term, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's like in business, you have to spend money, usually on marketing, usually on inventory.
Or on your product
or on
first.
On the inventory and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the difference is, like, this is not your business, and it never will. Like, you're a contractor.
Yeah.
And you don't get any benefits of you don't get any shares. You're not investing in the company. You're essentially a consumer first, and then they spin it to make you think that you're actually in control of the business and you're setting your hours and you're doing your thing. But the reason you're able to set your hours is because you're not actually an employee.
Yeah.
You're not actually an employee.
No.
But it's tricky because they dress it up, and the problem is you see these like jobs do, like I'm looking for jobs and stuff, right, as part-time income, and I see them in Indeed because they're not illegal, and I think that's a huge problem. Like, there's not enough filtering of these things because not enough people know about them, in my opinion, or the people that are targeted don't know that, like, these things are, and they're on the job boards.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you see that, how are
hard.
you supposed to, Yeah. And then if you go to, like, if you click one, and let's say you go to the interview process, right? Which I've done. Okay.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been tricked.
Hey, I'm not the police.
Look, dude.
I'm not here to arrest you.
I'll admit it. Okay.
I'm not the police.
Okay. Cuff me, dude. Cuff me because I did it.
Okay.
Well, actually, I didn't do it, but I went to the interview.
Yeah, you did.
And then I quickly realized what it was. Because they'll start off like just
and then
as a normal interview.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but you punched the lady in the face on your interview.
Okay, wow.
Then you said, "I'm not joining your MLM."
I did, and
then you said a slur, and then you proceeded to walk out.
Yeah,
right?
I did, and it was so weird because it was online, so I don't even know why I did that. I really just hurt myself. Anyway, exactly. But it's like a normal interview, right? And then like it kind of flips, and then you can kind of tell when it does. And they're telling you all these great things. Like they'll lie. They'll be like, "Oh, you're gonna make so much money. This is just a sales job. You're gonna sell these things. You're gonna you're flexible.
You just have to pay the $200."
And that's where they start losing people. I remember I was in this call, dude, and literally like they said, "Now there is a $200 fee."
There you
go. And everybody gone. Everybody's leaving except for like the few that stayed. And I was like, oh my God, dude.
No, yeah.
And I was upset because like wasting my time, dude. I'm looking for legit work. I'm looking for legit proper work over here.
Here's the thing: you hear the success stories. Don't get me wrong. People make money off of this.
It works,
but do you know why it works?
Yeah.
Because you are crushing other people down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Come on, say it.
That is the truth. The only way you can make millions, as some people have made on MLMs, is by getting a whole bunch of people to sign up, buy product, knowing that they are not going to be as successful as you,
right? And
knowing that they are about to drop hundreds of dollars.
Yep.
And let's say that guy's not social. That guy's not going to get 300 people to recruit under. Like, that. But you're going to sign him up because you need him to make money for you.
Right.
And that's where it comes in is, you can be successful in MLM. If you're charismatic, of course. If you have a bunch of friends, of course. If you have a small social media following, of course, you will make money. If you do not have these things, you will not make money. But if you do have these things and you're making money by taking other people's money.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like at this point in the world, you don't actually need to do that. Like there's you can be in business and not have to take from other people. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that was always true, but I believe it's true now. Mm-hmm. I've seen it. There's so many people in the world. There's so many markets to tap that the level of competition has gone down in a way to like you don't have to stoop to that level. And I will say on the defense of people who do it, maybe some people are aware.
Yeah.
But I believe most aren't, and they don't even realize that they're stepping on other people. They don't see it that way because it wasn't told that way.
You see it as I think it's because you see it as sales, right?
You see
and
it
makes
sales.
sense. You're like, well, this is capitalism, and it's true. They want to buy this health shake from me, so obviously I'll sell them to them. Oh, they want to join under me, of course. Like this is capitalism. Da, da, da. You don't see the scam because it's covered in, this is just like sales. I'm just making sales.
And why is it not? What's the difference between a sales job and like being an MLM recruit?
A sales job, you're selling an item. Now, whether you get a job at a store and you're selling things, or you get a job selling refrigerators and you go to doors selling refrigerators, like that's different. MLMs is, you know, what we've been saying. The sale isn't what you're selling them. You can make money like that for sure. But the real money and what they get you to do most of the time is to convince the person to sign in under you.
Right.
And then their commission goes to you, and that commission goes to the person above you. That's the sale. And that's the difference between having a normal sales job and being in one of these MLMs. And then on top of that, you have to unlock these bonuses, and you can't unlock these bonuses unless you have 10 people under you, or unless you make $15,000, or instead of bonuses, they'll use levels, right? So if you want to get into diamond level, you have to get 20 people under you, and you have to buy like $15,000 worth of product, and then sell it, and then have the people under you buy $600 worth of product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it comes.
Yeah, and it's different than like sales goals. Like if you're a salesman, like you have goals to hit, but it's not like at the cost like of anybody. And again, you don't have to buy the product, and you're not trying to recruit. Like they have a recruiting team that's for the business. You don't have to do that. Yeah. You know?
And again, the sale is the product, not the person.
It's not exactly.
You are selling. Also,
and there's some pretty crappy products out there.
There's some pretty crappy products out there.
And salesmen have a bad rep on their own.
Exactly.
But at least it's a legal practice.
It's a legal practice. And also, a lot of health MLMs.
Now, that's another topic. That's where I get a little upset at.
It's very sketchy.
Well, because the health side of it is so bad. Like, that one's really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Because you have, like, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's, like, certain companies that, like, and maybe I'll throw up some pictures of examples when I think of them on here. But, like, you know, they sell you, like vitamins and stuff. And, like, special health things are supposed to boost your immune system and then boost your productivity. And it's like none of that stuff is actually proven. Yeah, it's not actually doesn't actually work. It's all what's the word? Placebos. And then you're getting people to buy into it and then sell it. The product itself is just so bad, and it might actually harm people who actually need to go get actual medical help.
Go to a doctor.
Yeah, because these things aren't going to work for you, and you're just prolonging yourself from getting actual treatment.
And I will say, I do have a little bit of MLM experience because my...
Oh, yeah, you started one of those?
Yeah, I did, actually.
In college?
I'm the founder of Herbalife. I'm just...
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding. No. It's like,
is that one?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Because my family felt heavy into Herbalife, and my mom still kind of buys it.
Oh, yeah.
Here and now. Yeah. But Herbalife, dude, we used to eat shakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Dude, I've seen
like
those
12.
things. I can't believe that's one because it's such a common product.
Dude, at one point, I used to drink it so much that like I would throw up.
Yeah.
Like
that's kind of crazy.
As like a 13-year-old.
Why did you do that? Well, I guess
because I wanted to be skinny.
You wanted to be skinny.
I wanted to be the it girl.
Back then,
it was all the craze to be skinny. Early 2000s. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I did.
Come on.
Yeah. I was worried, yeah.
And sometimes I still am like, should I do Herbalife? But that's just the MLM in me, you know? That's just the MLM in me.
Yeah. That's crazy. But you were never like a seller at 13.
No.
You were like a hustler.
And I think my mom tried to sell it a little bit, but no, we bought it. And it was like, it's like $50 a tub.
It's expensive,
isn't it? It's expensive.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, it's
and nasty.
Like that. It's like that's not gonna actually help you lose
for
weight.
Me.
Like
nasty for me.
Yeah, maybe it does a little bit, but I still think like the best way to lose weight is still like the natural, like stop eating and working out.
Yeah, because it did, but you stop eating and you start working out.
Yeah,
the shakes don't really do anything.
I see. So okay, I got you.
You know.
Well, what do you think of this?
Just drink a normal shake.
Yeah, no, that's gonna get too off topic. What I'm about to ask you.
Oh, what were
this is not a health thing.
No, what were you
I was gonna talk about Ozempic because that's not an MLM, is it?
That's not an MLM,
but that's like
medicine.
that's a medicine thing. That's like
good for people with diabetes and PCOS.
Yeah, but a lot of people are using it as a weight loss thing. So people look for these things all the time. Yeah. I don't know. That's out of my realm.
Oh yeah.
But it's crazy, dude. So these things are like in every kind of industry.
Yeah, industry. There's the health side, there's the makeup side, there's the clothes side.
Yeah.
I've been really into the jewelry side.
Yep. That's what you were watching earlier.
That's what I was watching earlier on my TikToks. I fell for like one jewelry live, and then I was watching it, and then I realized it was an MLM. Because once you hear about it more, you'll be able to, and it happened to you, you'll be able to like tell the signs more.
Yeah.
And you'll realize very quickly what's an MLM.
Yeah. And I'm going to outright say you got to catch the signs.
Yeah.
And so what are the signs? Well, kind of what we talked about, it's a promise of like, you're going to make a lot of money.
Instant money.
It's instant money. That's definitely a red flag.
You just have
for anything. There's no such thing as instant money.
Yeah.
And I got a verse for that. 1 Timothy 6:9-10. Those who want to be rich are falling into temptation, into a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires, which plunge them into ruin and destruction.
That's a pretty good verse.
It's what's happening, dude. And it's like there's no, and,
Slay.
God's going to help you prosper. Sure, you're supposed to make money to some extent, but not to be rich. And these things are promising riches. So that's where it's kind of tricky. It's like a snake, and they'll say stuff. So this is kind of going into the Christian thing. So why bring this up on a Christian podcast? This is not a business podcast.
Let's take a breather. I feel like we're talking so fast. I feel like we're talking so fast.
I feel like we're going to have to slow down the volume. We're going to slow down the speed of this video, do like 0.5.
Because when I was talking, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like talking really fast. Like, oh my gosh, like I can't even believe what I'm saying.
We have a lot to say about this. I know like the timer's at 26 minutes, but I feel like we've gone through a lot.
Sorry guys, we're very passionate. We'll definitely start slowing down.
This is one. No, I'm not going to promise that because this is one I'm definitely
You're already
about.
Shooting. You're already shooting. You went from 0 to 100 super quickly.
I care about
this.
Just
deep breaths.
It's what I care about.
Okay.
As a man who has studied some business, who's by no means an expert.
Business degree, what?
That does not mean I'm an expert. Trust me.
HR in the house.
Maybe I can help you with your hiring and firing process. That's about it, though. Okay, the effect on Christians. So let's talk about. So I just talked about 1 Timothy, the trap. It is what it is. But why is it targeting Christians? What is it about it, babe? Why?
You know how it is.
Tell me why.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
Tell me why, babe. Tell me why.
I don't know.
Oh, man, dude. Well, let me tell you.
Go ahead and tell me.
Well, okay, so we brought up the idea of like, so if we looked back into history, and it's very common for women to be into this, right? Yeah. And it's very common for Mormons to be into this. How about that? Now, why is that? You actually brought this up to me. Do you want to talk about it or should I?
You can talk about it.
Well, essentially, it started that way because it's the prime demographic because, in Mormonism, you have like large families. The women stay home.
Lots of kids, lots of wives.
Lots of wives and need to take care of it. That's a lot of money. So these companies started going up to them and were like, hey, we can help you solve this problem. And you won't even have to leave your home. Or you won't have to work that much, if it wasn't leaving the home.
Just have to sell to your friends.
Yeah, you can invite them here. You can have parties. You could do it this way. And then it kind of got to that. And it became like, that's how the trap was set. And so now they're like, okay, Christians really like this thing. Or people of faith, essentially is what I should say. People of faith really like this thing, which falls under Christianity.
Small towns,
small communities, because the word spreads quicker. There's more action that can be taken. You go,
people trust people more.
At church. You get trusted at church, and these things might show up in your church. You won't even bat an eye because you trust that person. It's perfect because Christians want to believe that this is the thing that maybe God sent them, and it's under that disguise. More money equals more ministry.
Word.
Another common thing. And that's where I have a problem is a lot of these people are I'm trying to slow it down.
I really appreciate it. You're doing a really great job.
Most of these people are like are what I'm trying to say, they're trying to target you by using Christian rhetoric and values. Rhetoric and values. That's what I'm trying to get at. So the rhetoric and value, for example, of the more time with family, we talked about that one already.
Yeah.
Then there's the more money equals more ministry, right? God, wants this for you so you can go out there and you can make a difference in the world. You'll be so rich that you can just give it away, that you can start that charity, that you can start that ministry that you're wanting to do. Just sign up for this and we'll help you get there. But the problem is you're not going to get there. And if you do, I guarantee you there's another way to do it that probably more aligns with the way of Christ. Christ was not going around trying to get his friends, hey, like, salvation and all that, but hey, I got some jewelry in the back if you want to go take a look after the service,
And if you sign in under me, you get 20% discount.
The 12 disciples were actually...
I get 5% of your commission.
No, he was giving away that salvation for free. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I did that.
You're feeling it.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm very upset about this. It's not right, Let's look at another verse. So it's your purpose, be prosperous. Philippians 4:19.
Thou shalt not MLM.
That's not what it says. It says, and this same God who takes care of me will supply all your needs for his glorious riches, which has been given to us in Christ Jesus. Christ Jesus is the only riches we need. If there's anything else that we're trying to chase to get those riches, it's not of God. It can't be. Because the Bible is clear that no rich man will ever enter the kingdom of heaven. Not saying if you're rich, you won't enter the kingdom of heaven, but if you're focused...
they didn't say no rich man. They said it's harder
it's harder for a rich man to enter into heaven. Thank you for catching that. Yeah. Or it's easier for the
rich man allowed
camel to enter the needle of the haystack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I got you. I just want to clarify.
I'm glad you clarified that. That's very important. The point is... it's the man who's focused on the riches that will not enter the kingdom of heaven because they have a god of money. And I'm not even saying these people have a god of money, but the people selling them to you definitely do. The people up top of this pyramid, that's what they have. And they're using that. They're disguising themselves to get to the sheep.
Yeah.
Who's the sheep? We're the sheep. We're the freaking sheep, dude. And we are. That's just what we are.
Bah,
dude. Bah all day long. And this is the sheep trying to get the message across to the other sheep. Turn away. Turn away.
It's so funny.
This is not the way. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's why I'm so passionate about this, because I've seen it happen. I've seen victims.
Yeah.
In my circle. You've seen it online. Yeah. And these are honest people that are trying to make it work. They have the best of intentions.
Your intentions truly are, I want to stay home more with my kids, or I want to get out of this situation. And they are taking advantage. And in order for you to make money, you have to take that same advantage to other people.
Exactly. And they know this, and they know your Christian background. You build a relationship with these people beforehand, and they exploit that. They're exploiting the word of God for their selfish benefits, and they get you to unknowingly do it.
Oh, dang.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Other thing. Another disguise. And this one's the craziest of all. A lot of these places will tell you, like you said earlier in the episode, you need to go to these conferences, right? That's where you're going to get fed. Does that sound familiar?
Different from church conferences, by the way.
Exactly.
I just went to a women's conference that was very beautiful.
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Because here's the thing I've seen. I went to that same women's conference. I was there, girl. Dude, I was up there. I was raising my hand.
Why? Because I made him go.
Because you made me go. But I loved it. It was great.
It was great.
That was a legit women's conference that was flowing with Christ. You felt it. It was amazing. The people that ran it, I know them personally. You know them personally now for a little while. Sorry, my sheet came out again.
You gotta lock that guy up, dude.
That's like my new favorite thing. So anyway, we know these people for a little while now, not too long.
No.
Good people, good Christians. It was a great conference, great turnout, great food, I think. Actually, I didn't eat the food there.
No,
I had the desserts,
you wanted to run away.
I didn't want to wait in a long line.
No,
and also, I didn't want to take I'm not part of the women's conference. I was just there. But point is, that conference, with all of its good intentions, with how great it was, other people are using that same format to disguise this business of MLMing.
Yeah.
You go to a conference, dude, that's like that, and you honestly cannot tell which one it is, if it's a Christian conference or if it's a scam conference, until they start selling you. And by that time, you've already been fed with prosperity, and they don't necessarily preach the gospel at these MLM conferences, but they might as well, because there's all these great, you're going to be great. You need to unlock your inner, your inner warrior.
Yeah, and
this is your year. This is the year you prosper. This is all of this. Now, all you have to do is buy some more product.
Yeah. Sign up for another package. Unlock the second level.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Totally different. But also not. It's hard to tell because you're already there. You've gone with your friends. You guys are feeling it. And it's common. It's normal to get like amped about it. Like, yeah, dude, like let's freaking do this. This is our year. We're going to sell so much. But you don't have to. And guess what? You're not going to. You're really not going to. And that's the problem. Now, take that versus a Christian conference. You will be on fire for God, and you will be able to prosper through God. And you don't have to buy anything. You literally just have it right there.
And again, I want to really, really, really clarify. You can make money.
Yes, clarify this.
You can make money. You can get, like, if you're charismatic enough, if you have enough friends, if you have a small social media following, you can make millions of dollars even.
Yeah.
But you are making that money from people who are buying in and are not being successful.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. If you don't know it, if you don't know, now you know, kind of thing.
Mr. President.
Yo, kid
Hamilton.
President. You know what I'm saying?
It's Hamilton.
Oh, sorry. You ever watch Kid President as a kid in school?
No.
Gosh, dude, I play a clip of Kid President.
Just hang out in the bathroom, that's gross. It's like what Whitman said, YOLO, except he didn't say that. But you would know that if it would be a book.
I saw Beep Bop or Beep Boop. What was that? That science, like, Brain Pop. I saw Brain Pop. You never saw Brain Pop?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What, that robot?
Well, you went to
with
you
that
went,
robot.
you went to a little.
I went to a public school, except for
school's a little
for my
different.
charter school and middle school.
School's a little different. You were preppy.
We
had that, dude. We had a Kid President. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Bet you anything it was an MLM.
Okay, he was not. He was cool, dude. He was great. He was great, and he made me think I could be the president, dude.
You will.
I don't want to be anymore. Turns out that's not really a good role. I ain't worth it, dude. Anyway, yeah. So that's the whole point. Is like just trying to shed some light on this topic that I don't know if a lot of people know about. And, and now you know some warning signs, right? Mm-hmm. If you're getting pitched something like that, like you can see and you can look into it yourself and ask God more than anything. And I think this could all be avoided by being in the Spirit.
So
like,
true.
Praying about it. Is this really from God? And if a voice comes to you, it's not always from God, right? Sometimes I truly believe we make ourselves think it's for God because we want it to be true, right?
That's so true, actually.
Because it's too good to be true.
I do that a lot.
Come on, we all do it. It's just part of us.
Come on.
We all do it. It's part of us, man. Now, I want to turn it over to you. You're just staring down my laptop. I don't know what you're looking at. There's nothing on the screen we've already talked about all this.
I'm just thinking about MLMs, okay?
Is there anything else we should cover?
Let's see.
Before I go to the last question?
Wait, let me think. Think
about it.
MLMs. Slay. MLMs. There was something that I had like on the tip of my tongue that I can't think of. I'd say do your own research. If anything we left out. Oh.
Yeah.
Another hint to whether it's an MLM or not.
Yeah.
If you have to buy in, guess what? That's a scam. Let me tell you. Buying in is different from, what is the word? Investing, yeah. The two completely different things.
Why is that? What's the difference?
You're investing, like, let's say you're investing in a starter. You know most of the time that there's a chance you're going to fail. You know what I mean? You're aware that you're going into that.
That's true. They tell you not. A rule of thumb in business is, and again, I'm not an expert, but I know this just from watching YouTube.
HR degree in the house.
Means nothing. Is that if you don't want to invest money that you're not okay to lose.
Exactly.
Like you need to be willing to lose it.
Like if you're investing in the stock market, if you're investing in a product, that's investing.
Yeah.
Buying in is people telling you like, or in the MLM term, I guess, like buying the starter pack, it's people telling you if you spend $200, then we'll give you these products and then you can sell them. Or in services. If you give me $400, then I'll give you the names of 800 people who want to buy it, and then you can whatever. That's probably an MLM.
Yeah.
That's like 80%, 95% chances an MLM.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give it a quick Google search.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a Google search. And like, we both have a lot to say on this topic.
I love this topic.
I could go on and on, but go ahead. What were you gonna say?
That's it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You sure?
I'll probably think of something later.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, don't let this discourage you from starting your actual business.
So true.
Don't let this discourage you from because
it's completely different.
You can be that
boss, babe.
Boss, dude. Yeah, whatever you call it nowadays, right? The girl boss thing. You know what I'm saying? You can be the stay-at-home mom. You could be the girl boss. You could be whatever. Honestly, I truly believe that. Don't let this discourage you. Like if you've done this before and you're like, dang, I've done it. Don't let that affect you. Just move on and politely tell your fellow Christians if you see them falling. Nicely tell them that they are. You know, my co-host is not listening to me. She just went on Instagram.
No, I didn't. I was looking for my fun fact of the day. Sorry,
I know you were.
We're closing up.
I'm just kidding. But and I think this is the proper way to do it. It goes under the whole thing of what we've always been talking about this season, which there's a way to politely correct your fellow Christian. There's a way to do it. Hey, man. Like if I think you're in a ML, hey, man.
Which I might be soon.
You're not going to be.
I'm really digging this jewelry
You're
at my
not going to
left.
do it.
I'm really digging this
It's
jewelry
not
at my
moral.
You're right. But it's cute.
Yeah, whatever. If I see you doing it, I'm like, hey, listen. I don't think this is from God. I think this is a bad investment. You know, I think we should do some research together, get to the bottom of what this actually is.
Definitely.
And I'll go with you the whole step of the way, man. And no worries.
Okay.
We'll figure this out together.
Yeah.
And if you don't listen, I'm going to hit you over the head. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think people have bad intentions.
No, I don't think so.
You know?
Not like the everyday people.
No,
not like,
you just get excited. You're selling something that maybe you like, you know?
Yeah. So this comes to, is it moral? I kind of jumped over that question, but is it moral?
I think you can make a mistake without knowing. I think it's morally wrong if you know that you're making money by convincing other people.
Like if you join this jewelry thing you're talking about.
Yeah, because I know it's an MLM.
Yeah.
Gosh, you got me. You got me. I think it's immoral if you know that the only way you can make money is if you get like 100 people under you and convince them to keep spending their money.
Yeah. And, you know, this is our opinion. Do I think I'm 100% right? Absolutely.
Probably not.
I know. I think I am for this one, actually. This is the one time. I rarely say that. I'm pretty willing to die on this hill. But saying that, you still got to do your own research. You still got to catch it. Do your own
research.
These things are legal. My biggest problem is I don't believe they're moral. I think they take advantage of people. Yes. Not every opportunity is a good opportunity.
Yes.
Not every good opportunity is a great opportunity.
Yes.
Taken from my dad, not every great opportunity is a God opportunity. Shout out to my dad.
Papa?
Yeah, you wish. No.
Oh, that's really mean. I do wish, but then we would be siblings, and that would be weird.
You made it weird. That's not even what I meant.
Anyway, you mean like I wish I had a dad?
Yeah, I meant like you wish you had a dad.
No, I thought you meant I wish your dad was my dad.
No, dude.
I kind of do. Like,
oh, that's sweet.
I wish I would kick you out of the family.
That's really sweet.
If I could kick you out of the Zapata family and then me have... No, but I love my family too.
But I say your family's cool.
Not to say that I don't love my family.
If I grew up with like Rafa,
I wish.
I'd be like, "What's up?"
I wish we could see our like lives switched and then switch back.
It would be interesting.
Yeah,
it would be interesting. Kind of like one of those Disney movies. It's like literally the plot of like all of them back in the 2000s. What? This is not my life.
No, because if I was a girl and if I was in your family, I bet you I could sing pretty, and I bet you, me and your mom and your sister would be like a trio.
That'd be cute. And I'd probably be like baking the most delicious cupcakes in the world.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. But
and you'd have a big father wound.
Yeah, but we are where we are because this is where God wants us to be.
Yeah, and I love my family. I wouldn't trade them for
We're going to end this episode off. But before we do you have any horror stories? Do you have any tales of caution that we can look at? Because we don't want to end this without looking at some actual examples.
Yes, I do.
It's been a long episode, but not really. It's only been 45 minutes.
go drive around the block again.
I just watched the Tiara podcast about like freaking a doctor, right? No, a divorce lawyer. That was good, dude. Gotta get a divorce lawyer on.
What was that about? You just said I just watched a 2-hour podcast about randomly plopped it in there.
Pointing out that like this is not that long.
Already, I have a lot, and if like
let's start with one.
I'm gonna read all of them.
No. We're gonna start with one.
Some of them are short.
Yeah, we're gonna start with one.
I want to read all of them though.
How many do you have?
First of all, we had a very serious conversation before this podcast, and we said,
super serious,
should we call out the MLMs by name?
Oh, companies.
Now I already said Herbalife, but who cares? I don't really.
That's
care.
why I was shocked you dropped that,
because that's
like we decided.
That's
not
my
to.
personal story. Okay, that's my personal.
Okay, you tied it to your personal.
That's my life,
and so you're gonna tie these to the personal stories.
That being said, I'm not gonna state the name of these MLMs on these stories.
Sure, you can find
unless
them
you want
easy.
Me to.
No, I don't think so.
No. We don't want to call anybody out. That's your business.
I don't know why. I have this weird thing where I'm not trying to start anything.
No, we're absolutely not. We're absolutely.
And like I do the same thing whenever I talk about concepts on my solo podcast. Yeah. Like there's certain YouTubers on my other one when I'm talking about like toxic masculinity and stuff where I'm thinking about them. But you can find them and you'll know. And I want to give you the tools to discern yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't want to become a gossip channel. Yeah,
because we're not really calling anybody out. It's really the companies that we really have a bone to pick.
And then I also think about they're companies. Screw the companies. But we'll keep this rule for now. That might change down the line. That's just kind of our philosophy right now.
That's just our philosophy. Okay. When I was a leader in blank MLM, we used to promote things at our conferences. Don't read ahead.
Sorry.
At our conferences called Night Owls. These are get-togethers for people who qualified through usually sales, recruitment, etc. While the one we put on was a diamond, after the night was over, it was going to give you a secret to building the business. But to get into said Night Owl, the requirement was to be 2,500 PV or above. I don't know what PV means.
It must be like some kind of stat.
I'm guessing it's a level.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's like some sort of level. That's $5,500 in product. There you go. Either sold through your team or in your personal circle. Long story short, one of my downlines was only 300 PV. So downline is person under you, basically.
Gotcha.
PV decided that it was smart business decision to buy 2,200 PV or $6,600 worth of product by himself to get into the Night Owl. I told him not to do it, and he did it anyhow. The worst part is the diamond got on stage, gave a quick story about overcoming adversity. 15 minutes later, left the stage because he had a headache. I got to watch my downline cry himself to sleep as he realized he spent his life savings on a scam. He did quit a few months afterwards, luckily.
That's tough.
So
she tried to warn him.
She tried to warn him.
Homie.
I'm guessing the diamond is like the person who made it.
Yeah,
right? Like
the person who made
level
it.
1.
But that's the thing, dude. That's tough because you felt like, and that's the thing because you hear the success stories. And this is the same thing with any kind of opportunity. It's like you only hear the success stories, but you didn't hear the millions of other people that failed before that. And it's like, I don't really consider myself to be a dream crusher. I have dreams of my own, but I like to consider myself more realistic now. To where
sorry, and I don't want to cut you off. But the thing with MLMs is it's not that you are succeeding because you believe in a product or because you think this is helping or you bake cookies or I don't know. The only way to succeed in an MLM is to again convince as many people as you can to spend their money,
which you still could do. I'm saying though, you're probably not gonna do it though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a tough one. Are you ready for the next one?
Give it to me.
My ex-wife spent $7,000 on blank MLM. Between our savings and her parents' retirement led to foreclosure of my already stretched rental and our divorce.
Wow.
I now give her 50% of my take home, care for the kids 50% of the time, and cover all extra costs between homes. Help her when she's down, and she's still doing random MLMs and not working. I've made it in my career but have less than the employees I'm managing. I'll never be able to experience the full benefits of my lifetime hard work, and my kids will never have everything they possibly can have as a result.
Wow. That's sad.
I know.
That's sad. That's a tough one, dude. So he's paying for the consequences of somebody else's decision. The consequences of
somebody else's.
Because that was a marriage, right?
And
they have kids, and that's another thing, too. It affects the whole family.
It affects the entire family.
The whole family is going to go down with the ship. That's tough.
And here's the thing. We're not saying, let's say you're hearing this podcast and you go, oh, snap, I'm in an MLM. Like, we're not saying like we're not saying, but then you get like, wait, I only spent like $30. Like, I know I'm not going to spend $7,000 on this product. So I'm going to, and I understand that you are not going to do that. But other people in the company you're supporting are doing
it. And I will say, you say you're not going to do that, but human nature. I mean, nobody, I'm sure the guy didn't go in thinking he was going to lose, or she didn't think she was going to go in losing $700K.
Yeah.
You might panic. You might do something drastic.
Yeah.
You can't put yourself in that situation to begin with.
But even if you're only buying like $30 worth of product, is it morally correct for you to be supporting a business that is taking advantage of other people?
No, I don't think so. But I'll let me ask you this. This brings another question that really wasn't on the podcast. But where's the line between because you can look at everything
and think that
there's something immoral with it, and you can find it.
You can.
Yeah,
Disney, Starbucks, McDonald's.
And what do? Do we stop going?
I try to protest a little bit,
but realistically, what did we research the couch where it came from? Did we research who built the apartment complex we live in?
Yeah, I know. So what's the line there? I think the things in our power. I think it's every person. I think the thing in your power. I think if it's ruining somebody else's life, then you try your best. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think especially as more specifically a Christian, shouldn't we? And I'm asking you because I don't really know, but shouldn't we of all people care the most about others?
Yeah, and I definitely don't do enough due diligence, but we should. I think as Christians, we should care the most. We should be the overseers of other people's lives, right? In a way, as far as people that we're discipling to, And we should be, technically, to be a responsible consumer, you should look into every product you buy. I just know that's realistically not possible.
It's hard. And you shouldn't beat yourself. You shouldn't beat yourself up for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But, that would probably open up a lot of things you didn't know about. Imagine the things that you don't know about that you buy on a daily basis. Where did the gas come from? How did that get collected? Are you making fun of me? What are you doing?
Because I'm totally just thinking about me. Sorry,
you're twitching. I was like,
sorry, I was literally just thinking about me. You're not twitching at all.
Okay. Well, now I'm gonna start. Thanks a lot.
I was just going crazy because I was like, that is something I struggle with as well. And I will say, don't beat yourself up for it. Just try your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
But and I think actively participating in an organization, like being a part of an organization, that is you can't say stealing because people buy it, but are taking advantage of people who maybe don't know or maybe don't have the capacity to understand what's happening yet.
Yeah. You're saying that all men aren't created equal? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying all men are created equal.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I know what you mean though. Yeah. There's certain things that people can be naive to.
Yeah.
And I think so. And I will say it is different with an actual scam, which is what I think this could be classified as, rather than maybe an unethical business practice that a big corporation is doing.
Yeah.
Both you can look at morally and decide for yourself. I think this one's a little more clear where it's this is actually affecting everybody at a face value
And I think
level.
a little more in our control.
And a little more in your control.
Are you ready for the next story, though?
Yeah, let's do one more. This is the last one.
Oh.
3 is a good number to stop on.
I have okay.
Pick the best one. Well, that looks good. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, this was good.
You got it?
My husband and I were involved with multiple MLMs. Blank MLM, blank MLM, blank MLM,
Gosh,
blank MLM,
darn, dude.
and blank MLM. Yeah, I know. Former serial MLM hopper here. Anyway, some years back, we had to file bankruptcy due to the amount of debt we went into with MLMs. We put all our purchases on credit cards and we had no money. I think the saddest thing, though, was what I told some people. Blank MLM told us that their supplements could greatly improve or cure autism. I reached out to families with autistic kids and tried to sell them products. I am beyond disgusted at what I did. I've apologized to the families and all is well. But how dare I?
How dare ya, indeed, miss. It was a girl.
But it is a girl. But I think this is a good example of someone who like researched and then was like, wait, I made a huge mistake.
You know, and they rectified. That's one way to go back and apologize, right? That takes a lot of guts. Yeah. That's not easy to do. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That goes what we're talking about. I think the one that's the most vicious is anything in the health field.
I have another one.
What? Yeah, okay, one more.
I was a diamond rank for a company. I had shared that I may need to be careful with my posts since my daughter was dealing with an eating disorder, and I refused to advertise anything weight loss. I wanted to flip the script and just focus on health. The upline, so the person above her, told me to use my daughter's story as inspiration. I quit that day. Daughter is in active recovery. Because here's the truth, and I'm not going to call out anybody, right? But I've known a person personally who got weight loss surgery and then joined an MLM and then told everybody that the MLM was the reason they
really? You know somebody did that?
Yes, I do know somebody did that. I do know somebody did that. I know somebody did that. And here's the thing is that now you're double wrong.
Now
you know, because one, you joined an MLM. Two, you're lying to people. You know.
Yeah.
And you also have to be careful with that. People will try to sell you, especially these health stuff, in that way.
It's like the Subway man.
Yeah.
Who?
Not saying everybody does it.
Yeah, but Jeff Fogel, who told everybody that Subway sandwiches do not don't breathe on the mic like that, dude. Jesus Christ. You just hear like this wind coming in, dude. We're not outside, bro.
I'm sorry. I care.
Yeah, that's you fuming. He told all those people that like he lost weight through the Subway sandwiches, but it was actually like it just worked out, and he. Yeah, he got AIDS. South Park. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
No, I think you should cut that out.
Why? No, we're keeping it in.
No, I think you should.
We're keeping it in. Maybe
it's
I'll
a joke.
It's a joke.
It's not actual like AIDS, the disease. It's
no. He literally
AIDS.
just like he actually like cut back on eating. Yeah. He did it unhealthy though. He like didn't eat. He only ate like a Subway sandwich and then like
worked out
like crazy. Point is that's lying, and we're keeping that joke in. Okay. So yeah, that's it. No more. Okay. I'm taking the phone away.
If you want to hear more MLM horror stories, please comment and say, Michael, let Anna freedom.
No. Say, I'm going to help you out here. Say, let Anna speak.
Let Anna speak. Let Anna speak.
But no, not today. Okay, maybe in the next one we'll do it. But I think that pretty much wraps up what we're talking about here. That's the problem. That's the target. Here's why you should stay away from it. Yada, yada, yada. We used a couple Bible verses. We all sang Kumbaya. Sounds like a good old episode to me, don't you think? Except we have one more thing that I almost forgot about.
I almost forgot about it, too.
One more thing that puts a button on this whole thing. One more thing that makes this what it is, which is the Worship Warrior podcast, which is the most transparent Christian podcast in history.
New MLM idea, cross.
Which makes this an episode to remember, and that is of course, fun fact of the day by Anna.
Me.
Take it away. What do you got for us? Pull up the phone. You were supposed to be pulling it up while I was giving the intro, but you didn't do that.
Sorry.
So go ahead and pull it up really quickly. Tell me when you got it.
I have like 3
fun facts. No.
I have like 3 fun facts, but they're short.
They're short. Just one. Okay, 3 quick fire. We'll do 3 quick fire, and then we'll get out of here.
Let Anna speak.
No.
Let Anna speak.
Okay, 3 quick ones.
A crocodile cannot stick its tongue out.
No way.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
A shrimp's heart is on its head.
That's a lie.
No.
Is that true? That's crazy.
The sixth sick sheep's sick is believed to be the toughest tongue twister in the English language.
Let me try. I want to try it. Well, you did terrible, by the way.
It's hard.
It's hard. The sixth sheep's sick is believed to be the toughest. How did I mess up on that part?
Exactly. Say it faster.
The sheep's sick.
What the frick are you saying?
Dude, I killed it. What are you talking about? Roll the tape back, dude. I killed it. I did better than you. You try it.
Sheep's sick.
666. Whatever. I nailed it the first time. I got to prove that.
But not the second time, so that doesn't even count.
You all saw that. Anyway, point is, thank you so much for those amazing, wonderful fun facts. We couldn't do this show without you. We greatly appreciate you. Please sign on for another year. We'll talk about your contract. We'll get you paid. We'll do everything we can to keep you here, all right? Just don't leave us, all right? Just don't leave us.
Okay.
And with that, Warriors, we're going to wrap up this episode. Thank you so much. It was a fun one.
Final comment.
Okay, one more comment. Actually, yeah.
I just want to say thank you, everybody. And I also want to say that we're also not perfect, and we've definitely made a lot of mistakes. And honestly, if I didn't get into the deep dive world of MLM YouTubes, then I probably would have been into many of them MLMs.
Very true. Knowledge is the key to everything. The Bible has the most knowledge in the history of all the Bibles and the books and everything.
So like, if you've been listening and you're like, wait, I think I might be in an MLM.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up for it, you know?
Yeah, dude, we're not perfect.
Just do the next best thing.
We're literally just two people with microphones. The only reason we have this podcast is because I was able to afford $50 microphones. So, like, anybody can really do this.
Yeah.
So, don't, do your own research.
Yeah,
we're not perfect beings. We're not.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah, dude. Ditto for me.
Yeah.
But the male version. And so, with that, Warriors, we're going to end this episode right here. Thank you so much for watching. Catch us next week. It's a solo episode for that. And then catch us again after that as we have another duo episode. We will see you on that episode. We will see you on that Wednesday on the next Worship
Warriors.
Warrior.